In all honesty, what made me want to start my business was ambition and boredom. I had just finished writing my first script and I was so determined to put it on, but I wasn't going to wait for anyone to put it on for me. So I was like, I'm going to put on my own show and let's do it. And I did. And I think it was the combination of ambition and excitement and sheer drive that made me want to start my business. The first thing I did to get started was obviously budget. I had to find a budget for the play that I was going to put on, and where was I going to find this money? So I saved all my babysitting money to make it possible. And then in terms of like the logistics of a production, I had to think about three things, which was venue, cast, costume. So I had to email around venues to get quotes for hiring the spaces. I obviously had to cast the play, and I chose to have like a really large cast as well, which was not great. And then obviously I had to find costumes and buy costumes and budget for that. My first customer I count as the person that I didn't know or none of my cast members knew. So I remember getting an email through going, hi, I'd like to book tickets, and I asked around if anyone knew, and they went, no, we don't know who this person is. I was like, okay, our first customer. And I was so nervous because I was like, someone I don't know is coming and is paying their hard-earned cash to watch something I've put on for entertainment on a Friday night. That's quite nerve-wracking, and I was really nervous, but it also kind of gave me a bit of a kick. I went, actually, yeah, now it's kind of like there was more incentive to make it fab. So the best thing about having this business, there are several different things that are great about having this business, but I think for me it's about the creativity and flexibility. So I love the fact that we can go, so what are we going to do this year? I love the fact that all of us will look at where theatre isn't and go, right, so we're going to make something specifically for that audience. I love the fact that we're just entirely in love with what we do, and I think that's the best part of my job, is everyone loves what they do within Pieface. It's so easy to answer this one. I'm a creative, so I'm not very mathematically inclined. So when it comes to doing VAT and taxes, I find it extremely boring. And sometimes it takes me a very long time to do it. So I think that's the worst part about about the business, is just sitting and do the taxes and then going through it on a meeting with everyone just so that I haven't made any mistakes. The advice I would give to someone who wants to start the same business as me would be, just go for it. You know, it's not as hard as it looks. In reality, it really isn't, and you should really trust your instincts and just run with it. You know, really, really just go for it, and enjoy it. You know, just go for it. I mean, I really wish I'd said to myself at the age of 16, it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be what you've created, and be proud of it. My family, when I first came to them with this, I think they thought it was a bit too ambitious. And I think now they genuinely see that this is what I am meant to do. This is in my blood. My mum even said to me the other day, you are a natural born entrepreneur and this is what you're supposed to do. This is your career, this is your life. And I do genuinely believe that. So my family have never not supported me, but I think now they know that this is in my blood and this is me, this is who I am. So are people surprised when they hear about my business and how young I started it? I get a raised eyebrow, like, oh wow, you know, when people just say they're listening in a conversation, then all of a sudden you say something that kind of takes them by shock, and they're like, oh wait, now I really am listening. It was a bit like that. It was a bit like that a lot of the time. I do still get a lot the patronising, oh of course darling, there. I do get that a lot still. Our business plans had to change slightly over the last few months, but our main ambition has never changed, and our main ambition is to own our own theatre and creative space. So what we would love to have is a creative hub where anyone can go. We want to host workshops there and classes, our own rehearsals, and yeah, so our ambition in 5 years is to own a space as big as smaller, bigger as small as you like, that will enable that.